Lieutenant, I'm Shadowsight, and today what we're going to be doing is we're going to be taking our first look at Mirage Prime Access. Now, as you can clearly see, I bought the Tier 2 package for the time being. I will be getting the accessories later on, but those don't correspond to the first look with the stats. So, I went through, I did a couple of missions, got Mirage Prime up to 10 so that I can showcase all of the abilities. Anyway, here is what we are looking at base stat-wise compared to the original. Armor has been increased by what looks to be 85 points. Energy and health have remained the same. And shield has been increased by 30 points, going from the regular to the prime. Mirage, and I do kind of like the fact that with a lot of the primes now, they've been doing an alt version of they've been picking one of the alt helmets that they know everybody uses out of popularity instead of their default helmet. So like, this helmet's not much different than the one I was using on my regular Mirage. Now, as far as mod polarities, Mirage Prime has 4 fucking mod polarities built in by default. 2 D polarities, a dash, and a V, making it ridiculously easy for me to do this as an intro build, kind of to play around with and then swap stuff out as needed. Now that's pretty much all that I have to show for her at the moment, other than the abilities. So let's jump into the Akbolto Prime. Now, compared to the original Akbolto, critical chance has been increased by 31%. Accuracy has remained the same. The crit multiplier has been increased from 2.0 to 2.8. The rate of fire has actually been slowed down over the regular Akbolto, at coming in at a whopping 7.0 for the Prime and a 10.0 for the regular. Magazine capacity has been increased by 10 rounds. Reload speed has been increased from 2.6 to 1.3. Status chance has been practically doubled. It went from 7.5% to 14%. The Akbolto Prime has a hint of splash damage, whereas the regular Akbolto had none. The regular has slightly more impact damage, and because of that, the regular Akbolto has slightly more base puncture and impact damage than the Prime, but it doesn't have as high of scaling. Now, the Akbolto Prime is another weapon, and I clicked on the wrong tab. The Akbolto Prime is another weapon that has 4 freaking base polarities. 3 Vs, 1 dash. Making it really easy to get a powerhouse combination on, and if you throw on Prime Pistol Gambit, that's maxed, you get an immediate 103.3% critical chance. So once I get the additional capacity, I'm probably just going to throw on like a Voltaic Strike and a Virulent Scourge to get a little bit of corrosive on here. And then I can pretty much get the best of both worlds between crit and status, without having the, whichever mod it is that gives me the increased damage on crit shots for pistols. And now, between the two weapons, the one that I've been looking forward to the most, because I tend to do primary melee a lot. I don't use secondaries too much. The Kogake Prime. Now, in comparison to the original Kogake, they have the same base attack speed and channeling damage. The regular Kogake has crit chances actually higher by 4%, being at 20% over the Prime's 16. The Prime also has a 0.2 or a 0.2x multiplier reduction compared to the regular Kogake, putting it at 1.8 over 2.0. But other than that, the leap attack, spin attack, and wall attack are all actually a 100% double of what they were on the base. Status chance was increased to 34.0 from 10%. Slash damage doubled to 10.5 from 5.2. Impact increased to 49.0 from 24.5. And puncture put at 10.5 from 5.3. So anyway, now that you guys have gotten the rundown of all of the stats, let me jump into a little mission so that we can get all of this going nice and easy for you. You know what, let me do this, I'm probably going to regret doing a mission this high level, but fuck it. Let's do it. Alright, let's get the cinematic. Oh, it's Corpus. That's not terrible then. Alright, so here is the rank 5. And you can kind of see your colors a little bit better on the doppelgangers, which is one nice little change that they made. Because I know before your doppelgangers were pretty much just based off your energy color with Mirage. I kind of need deployables and shit. There we go. Do that. Stupid fucking cat. It's gonna be hard to show like any sort of changes with sleight of hand, but there weren't gonna be many with it, just due to the fact that they already made some tweaks to it because of the planes, to kind of bring its usefulness back into the limelight. No real visual changes on her third ability, Eclipse. And let me get up here to more enemies so that I can do this. And then her fourth ability, Prism, now has those 2 golden rings around it, whereas it did not have that on the non-prime variant. It is still a duration and energy drain per second, which I really think is dumb. They need to make it one, or I really believe that they should make that one or the other, not a combination of both. Anyway, now that that's out of the way, let's focus on the Akbolto Prime. Oh yeah, visual changes with a reticle, I never covered those. Here's the one for aiming down sights. Allies, it turns blue. Enemies, it'll turn red. Sprinting, it dims and you get that cool little visual effect. I'm actually kind of liking these because of the high damage output. Alright. You know what? I'm just gonna leave those 2 assholes there so that I can actually show these weapons off.
Bypass complete. You may proceed.
Yep. that was bright. Ow. I'm gonna regret that. Okay. Okay, where'd you go? Come here. There we go.
We've been locked out. Let's override the security.
And then I've only been showing you guys the quick melee from the Kogake Prime, so here's the full thing when you actually get a combo going. After I drop this lockdown. There we go.
Override successful. Let's get going.
Also, while I'm actually recording this, I just want to bring into retrospect that I've had some people kind of complain about random ass audio spikes. I'm going to tell you right now, those audio spikes have nothing to do with my equipment. That's all dependent on like the amount of emphasis I put on something whenever I talk. Because if I'm talking about something that I'm actually generally excited for, I'll put a lot of emphasis on it whether it needs it or not, and that'll actually cause a little bit of an audio spike because I'm actually conveying a lot of emotion into whatever it is that I'm talking about. Anyway, back to the topic at hand, the Kogake Prime. As you guys can see here, it's actually doing a significant chunk of damage. Of course, with the mods that I have on mine, it's hitting for... God, like 400 impact. So their shields don't mean shit to me. Anyway, I figure that was a fairly easy mission to go through and show you guys all the new stuff. There will be videos coming out following up everything after a couple of forma as I've seen necessary. And there will be another video for Mirage coming out when I get the Prime accessories. So until all of those happen, just sit tight, keep an eye on that Twitter because you guys will get notified anytime that I upload something new because of how I have it set up. And if you guys like this video for whatever reason, hit that like button and subscribe. Be sure to follow me on Twitter to stay up to date with all things related to Twitch, YouTube, and any sort of IRL derp that could be causing a delay or a cancellation. And until next time, Tenno, stick to the shadows.